Spen King. Who was he? Well, he was the original designer of the Range Rover. And in the 1970s, when Range Rover came out, it was huge, but in size, and he didn't realize it. Why? Well, what Spen King did, and it's still in Range Rovers to this day, is the A, B, C, and D posts that hold the roof up are all in black. And then you have the body color, and then the roof color are the same. And then you just roll the roof over a little bit, so in profile you can see the color of the roof. And what that makes it do is the roof float. So therefore reduces the visual look, the sheer size of a Range Rover. Because Range Rovers today are north of 17 feet long, which to my folks back home, we're almost 6 meters in length. That's a big car. And unlike when you see Range Rovers today in all black, which then of course ruins the effect of it all. So they just look like a block of flats coming down the road at you. You couldn't get them in all black back in the day. It was kind of a mustardy yellow, a blue, and a white. And they looked brilliant. Welcome, folks. Your host, Alister Oliver, the Modern Modernist. Before we get started, Blenderware, thank you for letting me do this video. I know your clients are a little nervous of how it's going to go because, yes, my videos are not puff pieces. They are reality. I really couldn't care less where the supermarket is, where the school is, where the house of worship is. It's all about the house. And so thank you. I do appreciate it a lot. So what are we doing today, guys? Well, is it a mid-mod? Nope. Mid-century? Yes. And it's also contemporary. A little bit of both flown in. And I like this house. It's been on the market a minute, and I don't know why. It makes no sense. It's brilliant. It really is. I was told it has an awkward floor plan. I disagree. It lacks. You have to have a vision to live here, and you have to be someone. Well, you have to be kind of like Spen King if you look him up, to be honest. So here goes. What I'm going to start with is the front of the house, and the reason why is because of Spen King and his Range Rover. This house is 3,300 square feet. That is huge. And 3,300 square feet homes can get confusing. And they can literally look like a hotel, not a home. But this house has a little party trick. What's the party trick? So on the end there, we'll call that the roof, that little white section. See the middle? Right here? That's your A, B, C, and D posts. They're in black. And then on my side here, there's your body. This house does not look like 3,300 square feet at all. It hides it really well. And I like that. For a piece of contemporary architecture, mid-century at least, it was built in 71. It's really well done. And guess what it also has? Which is, very Strang Brothers. It's got Pebble Dash for days. My favorite. Now, back to those, as we talked about, A, C, B, and D posts on a Range Rover. Look at this. And then it's got glass block, which is on the inside, of course, letting in some light. It's brilliant. Front yard, backyard are massive. And it's a lot of lawn. I would turn this all into gardens. You know me, my green thumb. We've got some stumps from trees. I would actually get those ground down and then just build beds on top of it. Let it rot down. They give you some pretty cool soil. But that's what I would do. So is there anything I don't like? Yeah, there is. The front door. It's kind of craftsman. Doesn't really go. So what would I do? If I was to buy this house, by the way, this house is $1 under $1 million. Again, I don't know why it hasn't sold. It's a bargain for that. There's some great bones. It's had some really good stuff done to it already, so you don't have to spend out money that way. But what you could change this into and what you could create it just from the floor plan is amazing. So I'd make that a pivot door. That would be very contemporary. And then the handle is crucial because whatever color handle you use, that is the color for every single light switch, fixture, door hinge throughout the whole house. And there was one room that has a perfect color of what I would do for that door hinge. And we'll get to that because it's perfect. I've been driving here and thinking about it, and I saw it and I'm like, that's what you do. And then the garage door, same thing. I would do, the contemporary doors that you see, and then in the bottom right-hand corner has the 3 panes of glass. Just make it look contemporary. Go for it. The house can handle it. It's amazing. So let's go inside. Wait till you see this. All right. So front door behind me. So we'll use that as our marker throughout this whole video. And we'll go from there. All right. So we're not going to go up there yet, but look at that. That is a wood ceiling that has not been painted white. Oh, that makes me happy. It really does. So there's a front door. I'm going to address some things that I know when people come in here, it's going to confuse them, but they're simple fixes. So this is a 3-bedroom house, possible 4. And I'm going to assume they would consider this the 4th bedroom. See that ironing board in the closet? Yeah, that's strange, right? And then you come off of here, and there's a laundry room. Okay. No big deal. And then you come, see that door there? We're going to go outside a little later, but I just want to show you something first. That is a swimming pool with a built-in hot tub, and it's covered-ish. So the hot tub, you can use all year round. And first thing I would do, this room would be kind of like a party room / guest room. In other words, I'd do a Murphy bed when I have a guest. But you've got laundry, party room, pool. It's like as you're coming in from the pool, throw your clothes in there. If you need, you got an ironing board. It just sort of, I make this room completely entertaining, tied into the pool. Yeah, so it's a room you're not going to be afraid to get wet or just make it basically a party room for the pool. Snacks, I would, maybe if you could, you've got a laundry room there, wet bar, sink, pull it off of that wall. There's a ton of ideas you could do on this house. You could live here just as it is and still be a happy bunny. This has the best bathroom floor, and I see them more and more, and I love them. So cool. Love it. The thought gone into this house, design ideas. I really do like it. And then we're in a bathroom, right? Shower, sink. This little skinny little door. That takes you out to the pool. So there is a bathroom attached to the pool. So there's that. All right. There's our front door. We're going to go straight in front of me because this is, I guess you call it living room number 1. And great fireplace. I like all the marble in this house. That's kind of funny. There's like a little ducks in there. When I was a kid, we always had dachshunds. Annoying little dogs, but hey, we always had them. Sorry if that offends you dachshund owners. They're just yappers. And look at that kitchen. See that staircase? Get used to that. There's a couple of those in this house. And very 70s and just very, very cool. So, kitchen. It's huge. Countertop, island, plenty of space. Look at this. Again, door choices, I would go with solid fronts. This is all a little shaker country for me. But I don't know why people choose these. I really don't. But they just not a hard thing to change or fix. And again, look at this. You ready? So remember I showed you that? Okay. Oh, I love it. They didn't paint the ceiling white. And just to put in perspective how big this room is. That's a piano. And then there is a dining room, which I like. I like formal dining rooms. And this one has an organ. My grandfather played the organ, my mom's dad, very close to me. And it's always tough not to get teary-eyed when I think about him because he was pretty special. So yeah, I did have to pause a little bit when I came in to do this video today because that's how I felt. Now, again, this house, I wouldn't call them awkward rooms. You just need to have a little bit of vision and make those rooms into something. Like, what would you use those rooms for? I don't know what this room was originally used for. And there's something off to my left I'm about to show you. But again, I love these owners of this house, the sellers, because I guarantee you there was a realtor in their life that said, you gotta paint the ceilings white. And they didn't listen to them. I love it. Ready? So this room, I mean, they throw the term on a lot, but sort of man cave-ish. Why would you do that? Or you would just make it an adult cave. There's a better phrase. Why? You got plenty of wine storage. That room as it's set up right now, there's not a separate thermometer in there or a heat to make it humid or control the moisture. So you wouldn't really store a wine collection, but you would store a lot of wine in there that you're about to drink. But I would invest some time, effort, and money in making it more of a cellar. So, make it a temperature controlled room. Because then, I'd keep cigars in there because that's me. And no one likes the smell of cigars. Problem solved. Easy. See that window? That would be a slider. I would take that whole wall out and make that glass sliders and really open this up. Like I said, this is the adult playroom. Literally. It's drinking, it's cigars, I would really separate the ventilation on this room so such smells and odors get sucked out and not sent to the rest of the house. This house just lacks a buyer with vision. It's 90 plus days on the market. Why? I mean, I've lived in Sacramento 23 years and I've met some really exciting and interesting people here. So there's someone out there that with some vision that's not boring that should be buying this house because it's amazing. It really is. All right. So yeah, this whole ground floor is party, entertainment. I haven't been in a contemporary house this large with this much space dedicated to just being happy. This is not what I expected at all. Okay, staircase. Isn't that neat? I love these. These are very 70s. These like rock flower beds. Back in the day, these would have been bare rocks. I would basically sandblast and go back to bare rock. I like it. It gives a warmer feel. That glass wall, and that's just brilliant. There's no shortage of closet space. There's a closet there, and then as you come through the front door, there's another closet. So plenty of space to hang coats. And I like this. This actually, there's a spigot in there, so that's set up for plants, folks. I think it's great. I really do. All right. So now we got the entertainment bit. And look at this. So your entertainment is all on that back side of the house. And then you come up here. This is rest and relaxation. Bedrooms. There's 3 of them up here. So these are nice sized bedrooms. If you have kids, teenagers, there's plenty of space. And if you have multiple kids, well, bunk bed it. Plenty of room. This is very 70s. You just have a sink in the bedroom. I know that confuses a lot of buyers today, but it's actually not a bad idea. It's one of those things we need to go back to. Primary. And then at the end, it said hallway. There you go. Is another bathroom. There's like a lot of marble used in this house. And this is very, for the period, storage in the toilets. Tons of room. Absolute tons. And I just caught something out of the corner of my eye. Is hang on a minute. Oh, someone's painted the latch over. But that is a pocket door. We all know how much I love pocket doors. So what I would do, this doesn't have a pocket door. All right. I'll put a pocket door there too. I love pocket doors. They're just so, I don't know, they're just one of those things. And same thing again on the primary. I mean, there's space. I would make that a pocket door as well. I just would. Now, there's something I caught up here, and I was like, oh, before I start filming, I gotta go find out where it is downstairs. And I'm looking at it now and freaking forgot. So we'll go back down and find it. But look at these closets. Closets for days. There is a balcony off of the primary patio, so you can extend out. See these floors? They run that way to guide you out that door. Downstairs isn't done that way. It should be. I would fix that. That's a mid-mod thing. Floors should always, draw you out to go outside, and then when you're outside, bring to draw you in. Never put, it doesn't, forget the rule of they should run the length of a room. No, on contemporary mid-mod, they should lead you outdoors, and outdoors should lead you in. That's just the way it is. So, talked about that pivot door you're going to put outside, right? And you're going to pick a finish for the handle on it. And this is the color you're going to go with. I love it. It's not this HDTV black, which everyone seems to do. And I'm just, I don't know. But that's me. It's all personal taste. Now, another thing I like on this house is finishes, the walls. It's not the whole bathroom. You've just got shower, done, it's in, okay, perfect. And then you've got white walls. And then this is a nice little touch. It's this kind of like, it's like a tile. It reminds you kind of like the old like apothecaries back in the day, like, pre-pharmacists, you would see those. I just like it. It's really nicely done. All right, so what was I yapping about that I forgot? That's a dumbwaiter. And it's original. It's originally made in Sausalito, California. I just tried tugging on it and it didn't really go anywhere, but I don't know if that's to the laundry room. I don't know what's below us. I gotta go find out. Mystery time. But I think that's fantastic. It might be that laundry room. I'm trying to think of the layout of the house. That's cool. I've yet to see that in a house, because you do any laundry downstairs. And the design trend in track homes lately is you shove the laundry room upstairs. And well, if you don't, if you're stuck, because back in the day you did it separate. Yeah, it is. Look at that. That's the best thing I've seen. Yeah, there it is. That's worth $1 million right there. I sold. That's absolutely perfect. I love it. I had no idea. Now, there's a photo online. So, Melinda, don't get mad at me. Driving here, I was like, man, that's a hokey piece of art. Why would you do that? And I didn't realize from the photo what it's in. So if I remember correctly from the listing photos, that was empty. It's actually a shelf. And it's got some liquor bottles on it. Why? That is a bar in the center of the house that you're going to host all these parties in. Because if you're spending $1 million on a house, and then this house, you're clearly going to upgrade it past that. So you're going to turn this $1 million house when you go to sell it, because the stuff you're going to add for a lot more money, you're going to pay someone to be there, catered. That's fantastic. You have a little bartender there. I mean, I'm not saying you do this once a month, but I don't know, once, twice a year. You have some fun in this house, guys. A lot of fun. So we talk about track homes and things you always see. Another thing you see on track homes is the ancillaries put in a room, usually upstairs, but there's access for maintenance. So Now we're under the staircase. There's a little room down here. It's a little spooky. It's dark, but water heater, all of your ancillaries. And there is, look at the space. Hold on, I'm gonna stand on the corner here. I mean, there's crawl space to get under the house as well. This is a raised foundation, or portion of it is, for at least what I can tell. And so the one thing about all these houses this size is finding light switches and where they are, because I hate leaving lights on because no one's living here. And so, you know what, there's one right here. Does this turn everything off? Yep, look at that in apples. I mean, it's not my money to waste, so you might as well be considerate, right? And I like this. Like, when you have a contractor come to your house to do some work, they're gonna say thank you. They're not gonna be mad, they're not gonna be irritated when they work. So you're gonna get a good job out of them too. People don't realize that. Just because they, you call the plumber, if you upset them, trust me, that's gonna impact the quality of the work. All right, folks. So we're going out that bathroom because, again, along with that dumbbell or dumbwaiter, it's one of the best pools I've seen because you can use you can use the hot tub any time of year. Any time of year. Now, the garage. I could see some people not liking this. I think I like it because there's two things I would do. This has like this large swing gate. I would change that. I would do a partition here that you can see through and then make a door. So if you're asking what kind of partition, well, of course it's going to have to be contemporary or modern in some way, shape, or form. So I would do like slats on a 45, like planks, and then just go straight up and down and then make it open as a door. But this back wall to the garage, there is no back wall. It's, as the French call, a porte cochere, which we have discussed on other videos, where it's a drive-through. And yes, I actually would concrete this in as well, because I would make that door so at least you get one car through, because you could wash a car out here, back here, wax it, all in the comfort of your back garden. No one knows you're doing it. The backyard is massive. There's way too many trees for my tastes as far as not doing anything. So I would go to town, pulling a lot of trees out. Not the one in front of me, because it's got the one thing of what I would add, and that's fruit. I would make this, I mean, you all know I have a green thumb, but this yard would be pumping out a ton of vegetables, and I would have a lot of fruit trees. There's just way too many trees doing a whole lot of nothing. I like trees, but they do have to be functional too, folks. They really do. And so, oh my gosh, this lot is massive. I would check, back, setbacks and see where I'm parked. Okay, and there's a garage. There's a pool equipment, you'd have to move that. But I would make this corner additional 2-3 car garages. If you put it on the right angle, this then becomes a corner in the garage, which then I would turn into a workshop. And then I would just do a door rather large through there to the other side, so the porte cochere is separated. And then look, see, we got almost like a little String Brothers beams going on, sticking out the end of the house. I like those. And then what I would do is, so you would mirror the garage off the style of the house, and those beams, I would just extend them out. And then they would make a right angle, go that way down. But that's what I would do. Heck, it only takes money. But as like I said, this house, there's stuff up the hill going for like 2-3 million. When I say up the hill, Eldorado Hills, Folsom, north of there. And then you've got to drive your little happy little butt all the way down to get to Sacramento. This is halfway. There's so much more that this house could be. And I don't understand why it's sitting. I think people on $1 million budget are the ones looking at it. And the people looking at it should be on a $2 million budget. That's the people that should be looking at this house. So if you're watching this house, there's a lot you can do to this house. And you'd be happy. And people with that kind of money, they party. They really do, folks. They're not just sitting around like, I don't know, like their money's making money while they sleep types. It's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But this is a great house. It truly is. Now, remember that back room we discussed? Again, you're gonna have to move some stuff. Stuff's in the way. So there is there's the AC. I would stick that around the side, and that would just be patio doors, a wall of them, and then come out here. It's just unbelievable what is down the side of this house. Let's like, see, like you get stuff like this, and this is a concrete pad. I don't know what this would have been used for back in the day. Storage? But, yeah. See, it's funny when you get older homes. And then, okay, I didn't know this. This is not in the listing photos. There is a side garage. It has an in-house vacuum. There's storage back here. I don't know what you would do with this. Close it off and then increase the footprint on the interior of the house. Maybe if you're someone that keeps dirt bikes, a snowmobile, take up the hill, because you do own a Range Rover, right? Yeah. For once, I'm stumped. That's a first. People know me because I'm definitely an extrovert. It's good. That's not a bad thing, folks. It again raises a question. Why hasn't this house sold? There's so much you can do with this house. And there's so much you can do with it as it sits, as far as have a life, party, relax, enjoy life. I didn't catch this in the kitchen. I usually catch these windows. These are my favorite windows because you can put plants in them and herbs and have a little indoor garden in your kitchen. So see that space out there? That would be a chef's garden. I would have vegetables growing out there for days. I would. I mean, people are gonna get mad at me for saying this, but I'd lose the trees. And then that would be a fruit orchard down there. Massive fruit orchard. So you haven't really lost any trees. And this would be, yeah. And now there's a living, I will call it a living fence. It looks like fir trees, conifers. I would actually extend it up the side here because you do have a neighbor there. And I want my privacy because I'm gonna have all those parties. Yeah. I don't know, I'm at a loss for words. The dumbwaiter, the pool, how I would do the garage, the fact that we have this other garage thingy thing, I don't even know what to call that. Yeah, this is a great house. I did not know what to expect when I came today. The pictures in the listing, nothing against humans, but they don't do it justice. This is a house you have to come see. You really do. And I don't know how you would change the photos. This is a house you have to see. It's like that one Tinder date, It's like, yeah, they were just better they're better in person than in pictures. And trust me, that happens. Yeah. And I've always don't ask me why I like this. I've never owned a pool, but my goal is to own a pool. But I want to do this. I've always liked the turtles, and I like the fact they got little ones and then it kind of swims off out. I know, hokey and stupid, but I like it. So there we go, folks. This is a really, really cool house. I cannot. So that garage, so that eating into what space? So it's this, yeah. So this, remember the party room? Would you move the pool equipment into that room? I don't know what you would do, but wonders never cease. It's always funny when you get to the history of homes. You don't know what their past was. And yeah, you could actually add square footage to the house. And that doesn't happen very often. Well, yeah, for once stumped. This is a brilliant home, and I don't understand why this hasn't sold. I think it's just over 90 days on market, and that's, I don't know, for lack of better words, that's just asinine. This is a brilliant home. yeah, there were some things that I would change, but you could move in today and start living the life that you didn't think you would have. I keep looking at the ceilings, and that organ's just kind of got me going inside. Because my grandfather, he always played the organ. He was best. Oh, love it. It's nice to see. Yeah, in fact, what's weird, I think she actually had that model. I think that's what kind of got me. But anyway, Melinda, thank you. Folks, Melinda is the listing agent. I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate you giving me permission to film this house. Viewers, I cannot thank you guys enough for taking the time out of your days to watch these. It's always nice. I see my watch hours. I see how many subscribers slowly but surely growing. So please like, subscribe, comment. Even if it's negative, bring it on. I like them. Never know. It's always room to improve. One of them being right here. The fact that I now use a microwave and I can do hands. Even though today, for this whole video, I pretty much held the camera because, I don't know, when I get excited, I just like to show you around. But yes, thank you, folks. Once again, really do appreciate your time. I'm your host, Alister, the Modernist. Be good to each other, humans. Take care.